Medical disclaimer. This video is a general health document for adults 18 years of age or older. Its purpose is strictly educational. It does not constitute medical advice. Please consult a physician or healthcare professional before beginning any exercise, diet, or supplement program, or if you have any questions about your health. This video is based on scientific studies, but individual results will vary. If you engage in any activity or take any product mentioned herein, you do so of your own free will and you knowingly and voluntarily accept the risks. While we mention the most important known interactions, it is possible for any supplement to interact with other supplements, with food and drugs, and with certain health conditions.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we will be discussing one of the most popular supplements today, magnesium. What is it? How does it work? What are the benefits and risks of using it? And can you take it during pregnancy? You are about to find out, so stay tuned. Magnesium. Magnesium is an essential dietary mineral that is involved in energy production, nervous system function, blood pressure regulation, and blood glucose control. A lack of magnesium in the diet, which is common in modern societies, is associated with an increased risk of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and other health conditions. What is magnesium? Magnesium is an essential nutrient. It is one of the most abundant minerals in the body. Magnesium acts as an electrolyte. It is a cofactor for more than 300 enzymes. Magnesium is needed for energy production, ATP, glucose metabolism, DNA and protein synthesis, nerve conduction, bone health, and cardiovascular regulation, among other functions. It also plays a critical role in synthesizing and activating vitamin D. Food sources of magnesium include dark green leafy vegetables, nuts and seeds, beans, whole grains, and meat and fish such as salmon, chicken, and beef. Many foods such as breakfast cereals and bread are fortified with magnesium. It appears that about 20 to 40% of the dietary magnesium that enters the body becomes bioavailable. More than half of adults may not be getting the recommended daily intake of magnesium. Probably because Western diets tend to be very low in magnesium-rich foods and high in processed foods and refined grains, which are low in magnesium. Therefore, magnesium deficiency, which increases the risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome, and osteoporosis, is a major public health concern. What are magnesium's main benefits? Low magnesium levels are associated with an increased risk of diabetes, and magnesium supplementation has been shown to lower blood glucose and improve insulin sensitivity. Especially in insulin-resistant and/or magnesium-deficient people and/or women with gestational diabetes. Supplemental magnesium also appears to lower blood pressure in people with magnesium deficiency and in those with elevated blood pressure, hypertension. The average blood pressure reduction with magnesium supplementation is 2 to 4 mm of mercury for systolic and 2 mm of mercury for diastolic. Although reductions may be greater in people with type 2 diabetes, 6 to 8 mm of mercury and 2 to 3 mm of mercury for systolic and diastolic, respectively. There is some evidence to suggest that magnesium supplementation may reduce the frequency and intensity of migraine headaches and relieve premenstrual symptoms in women. What are magnesium's main drawbacks? It is difficult to get too much magnesium from food alone, and magnesium supplementation that is not excessive is well tolerated and unlikely to cause side effects. Excess magnesium in the body is excreted by the kidneys, so the risk of dietary magnesium toxicity is quite low for healthy people. High-dose supplementation and certain magnesium salts, i.e., magnesium carbonate, magnesium chloride, magnesium gluconate, magnesium hydroxide, and magnesium oxide, can be laxative, although some people choose to take certain forms of magnesium. Magnesium salts that are not absorbed have an osmotic effect in the intestinal tract and can increase the motility of the stomach. In one study, 12% of participants developed diarrhea with a 1000 mg dose of magnesium oxide. But this form of magnesium is poorly absorbed and the dose is well above the upper limit of tolerance, UL, for magnesium of 350 mg for healthy adults. Other occasional side effects of magnesium supplements include nausea, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps. Magnesium supplements can also interfere with the absorption of certain medications, including bisphosphonates, used to treat osteoporosis, and antibiotics to avoid these interactions. Individuals taking these types of medications should talk to their healthcare provider about spacing and timing their supplemental magnesium. How does magnesium work? Many of the observations regarding the effect of magnesium in reducing disease risk are likely due to the correction of a deficiency. In other words, it may not be the case that supplemental magnesium is beneficial per se. Instead, magnesium deficiency may lead to a variety of health problems, many of which may be related to chronic low-grade inflammation. Since many modern diseases, e.g., obesity and diabetes, can lead to magnesium deficiency, there is also the possibility of reverse causation. Nevertheless, there are well-documented mechanisms that explain why magnesium may be beneficial to health. For one, magnesium plays a role in the activity of beta cells in the pancreas. This affects insulin secretion and therefore our ability to regulate blood glucose. Magnesium deficiency can lead to impaired insulin secretion, impaired glucose utilization, and insulin resistance. All of these contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes. In the cardiovascular system, magnesium regulates calcium levels, promoting vascular relaxation and inhibiting vasoconstriction, leading to healthy vascular tone and protecting against high blood pressure. Magnesium also improves endothelial function by directly stimulating the release of nitric oxide, NO. In the brain, magnesium binds to and blocks the action of NMDA receptors, preventing the glutamate-dependent transmission of cortical spreading depression, a mechanism involved in the pathogenesis of migraine. Magnesium is also a GABA agonist. Magnesium affects the function of serotonin receptors, influences platelet aggregation, and regulates the synthesis and release of a number of neurotransmitters. These mechanisms explain the benefits of magnesium for migraine, as well as the potential for magnesium to improve sleep and other aspects of neurological health. What are other names for magnesium? Note that magnesium is also known as magnesium oxide, magnesium hydroxide, magnesium citrate, magnesium aspartate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium orotate, magnesium L-threonate, magnesium chloride, magnesium lactate, magnesium malate, magnesium sulfate, magnesium taurate, magnesium carbonate. Magnesium should not be confused with manganese. Dosage information. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for magnesium is 410 to 420 milligrams per day for men and 320 to 360 milligrams per day for women. This includes magnesium from all sources, including food, beverages, supplements, and medications. The tolerable upper intake, UL, for magnesium is 350 milligrams for adults. This includes only magnesium from supplements and medications. Which forms of magnesium are best for people interested in increasing their magnesium levels for overall health or to correct a magnesium deficiency? Magnesium citrate appears to be the most bioavailable of all forms of magnesium, followed by magnesium lactate. Magnesium chloride, magnesium gluconate, and magnesium glycinate also appear to have good bioavailability. On the other hand, magnesium oxide and magnesium carbonate are extremely poorly absorbed and are not recommended for increasing magnesium levels in the body. Magnesium citrate, especially potassium magnesium citrate, and magnesium lactate also appear to carry a lower risk of gastrointestinal side effects and diarrhea compared to other formulations. Adverse effects seem to be more commonly reported with magnesium carbonate and magnesium oxide supplements. But gastrointestinal problems can occur with any type of magnesium supplement if taken at too high a dose. Although magnesium sulfate, Epsom salt, is often used in bath preparations to soothe aching and sore muscles, there is no evidence to support transdermal, through the skin, absorption of magnesium. A warm bath may be relaxing, but it's not because of the magnesium. Sources of magnesium. A wide variety of foods, both plant and animal-based, are good sources of magnesium, including the following: dark green leafy vegetables, kale, spinach, collard greens, turnip greens, mustard greens. Nuts and seeds, cashews, almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. Beans and legumes, lentils, chickpeas, peas, soybeans, black beans, kidney beans, peanuts. Whole grains, rice, oats, whole wheat bread, quinoa, buckwheat, barley. Fruits and vegetables, bananas, avocados, potatoes, raisins, apples, carrots, broccoli. Meat and fish, salmon, halibut, chicken, lean ground beef. Other dietary sources of magnesium include fortified breads and breakfast cereals, milk and yogurt products, and, incidentally, dark chocolate. It should be noted that about 30 to 40% of the magnesium that we ingest is absorbed by the body when we eat a mixed, i.e., omnivorous, diet. The consumption of certain foods, i.e., leafy green vegetables that are low in oxalate, also appears to increase the bioavailability of magnesium compared to magnesium obtained from eating whole grains or oxalate-rich vegetables, which contain compounds that interfere with magnesium absorption. Supplementation with magnesium during pregnancy. Magnesium supplementation during pregnancy may benefit both mother and baby, but the quality of the evidence is mixed and large. Well-designed, randomized controlled trials are needed to draw firm conclusions. The important thing to remember is that adverse effects of magnesium are rare, and supplementation with magnesium before or during pregnancy appears to be safe for both mother and baby. However, women who are pregnant or planning to become pregnant should consult their healthcare provider before starting magnesium supplementation. And that's all for today. I trust you found the magnesium information you were looking for. Please release our cramp by giving us a like. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next parts.